What's good, y'all? It's your girl Zeze back with another mother 11 vid. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on my notifications bell, get a join, a thumbs up, share this mug, all that, all that, all that. So today's video is going to be another reaction. So we have a teacher here that is in a classroom doing some TikToks with her students. Okay. And I believe she was fired over this, it says. Yes, she's fired. She was fired for doing these TikToks. But I'm gonna let y'all see, because it's not as innocent as it seems. So let's get into it. And I'm not gonna play the sound because I don't know what type of music that is. Could be copyrighted. I'm not gonna go through all that. So we're gonna do it on mute. And I got the then she do dances. Oh, whoa, she's doing dances first. I'm not gonna even say dancing. Is she dancing? Is she dancing? Oh my God, egregious. Yeah, she's dancing. See, they zoomed in. You know it's bad when they zoom in. Yeah, it's egregious, outrageous. Okay, so first of all, couple things. Um, Number one, I think this is a product. I don't know how old this teacher is. Let me see. Does it say it over here? Not sure, but this teacher looks fairly young, maybe under 35, 35 max, probably under 35. One thing I noticed with some of these new teachers is that they are a little bit more friend-like with their students rather than, in an authoritative position. It's more like they're cool. They want to kind of, show the kids that they can be their form of finding trust within the kids or building a bond within the kids. It's like showing them that they're not that old, that they're still relatable. And within that, a lot of mixed messages can be sent. A lot of things, a lot of lines can be blurred, and you may end up with stuff like this. Because first of all, why the hell are you doing TikToks with your teacher in the classroom? Ma'am, why are you not teaching? And I understand it's it's the end of the school year, so maybe y'all not doing much, but you still should not be up on your account doing TikTok dances with children that's underage. Their parents are supposed to consent for them. Ain't none of these kids 18, so their parents are supposed to consent for them, and maybe they did. Maybe the teacher does TikToks on a regular, and she talks to the parents, and they don't have a problem with them doing TikToks because maybe the TikToks she was doing before was appropriate. They considered. But I think you're even with parents on the parent side of that, you're kind of riding a dangerous line with that with these teachers because of stuff like this, especially with the younger teachers, these new generation of teachers who just don't seem to have the same the same level of respect that some of the older teachers had. There's just a different way of doing things. These new liberal modern day teachers are just they again, the lines just get too blurred. And so even something as simple as this, a dancing TikTok, there's plenty of little dances on TikTok. Okay, why in the hell would you choose one when you got to turn around and there's little, let me zoom in a little bit, there's little boys here, there's young men here, not just little girls, but there's two young men behind her and two young men right here watching. I don't know who else in the classroom is watching, but there are children, especially young boys, sitting there, and you choose a dance to do with them that you got to turn around and like move your hips around where your butt is waving in their face. That's totally inappropriate. It's totally inappropriate, okay? But to some of these young teachers, it's like, oh, the kids are hyping them up. Oh, Miss, what you call it? Oh, you're so cool. Oh, you so cute. You did that. You're doing a cute little dance. And I think for some of these teachers, they get a little bit of pleasure out of it. I think for some of them, it kind of feeds their ego, especially for the women. Like, it can kind of feed their ego. The little boys kind of awing after them, the little girls wanting to, kind of be like them or dress like them or, stuff like that, be as cool as they see they are, them as at their age. I think they get a little bit of like joy out of that, or like a little bit of egotistical pleasure, because they may not have gotten that when it was actually at their stage in life in adolescence, like these kids, or they may not get that outside of work. They may not get that sort of attention from the men they want, from the other types of women, like the friend groups they want to be in, or the type of women they want to be around. They don't get that sort of attention, and so they see these young kids. They kind of hype them up a little bit. They kind of give them an ego boost. They make them feel a little better about their position in life. Which is, again, that's a dangerous game. This is how you get young men who end up messing with teachers. Okay, this is how you teachers, let me not say it like this. This is how you get teachers who end up messing with young men. Okay, or even vice versa, older young men, male teachers messing with young women. Okay, because the lines get blurred. The lines get very blurred. Okay, they start to see you as a counterpart rather than as a person of authority, a person of guidance. Okay, a person who was supposed to be the leader in the classroom. You know, the one that's supposed to be the the put their foot down, the almost the auntie or uncle, maybe that parent that steps in though, but that's the position that they're supposed to see you as in. Okay, the respect level they're supposed to have for you is. And when you have these young teachers come in, man, I don't even think they really look for that, again, because they're more concerned with being cool with the kids, or having like a level of likability with the kids. They want the kids to like them more rather than respect them. And older teachers wanted more respect than like. They didn't really get. I know I had a lot of teachers that I didn't like. I was not fond of, okay, but they were still good teachers. I still learned in that damn class. I still listened to those teachers, even if I didn't like them. I still listened to them, you know. And a lot of these young teachers, their mindset isn't of the same nature. You know what I'm saying? And so they can make irresponsible decisions like this, trying to fit in with the kids, trying to be cool with the kids, trying to up their likability, and they doing little dances like this, and the kids think it's funny or think it's cute, but parents that look at this, or a school board that looks at a TikTok like this, is looking at you like you damn crazy, because this is totally inappropriate. You don't turn around and shake your butt in front of no kids. The fact that you're even doing some of the other that's some of the other dances, the fact that you even have your shirt, why do you have a crop top on? Like, this is how I noticed this lady can't be more than 35, because why in the hell does she have a crop top on? Why do you have a crop top on with children? I could have addressed that. Why? I thought I was tripping at first. Why do you have a crop top on in front of not only, again, a bunch of young girls, but in front of young boys, and they behind you? Who are you trying to attract? Why do you want children looking at your stomach when you know is a place has been sexualized, to be honest, if we being real? That's why young girls are not promoted to wear their shirts up. If their fathers or their mothers, they might do it when they get around school. When they get around like friends, they pull their little shirt up and show a little bit of their midriff or show a little bit of their stomach and stuff like that. But usually the parents ain't letting you walk out the damn house with just your shirt with a damn crop top on. Some of these modern parents, yeah. But let me say, when I was growing up, and my older siblings was growing up, and our parents, that was not allowed. That wasn't seen as something that you just walking out the house like that. That had to be snuck around and done if you was gonna be dressing like that. You just not just walking around the house with your shirt up. So why in the hell, if you know that that's probably not happening for them at home, they're not saying that at home, why would you come to a school with your shirt with a crop top on? How is that even allowed? And I would imagine it's not allowed. It doesn't really look like that is. It looked like it might be a regular shirt and she just got it pulled up. Or no, is that a regular crop? I think that might be a regular crop top. How was the school even allowed her come into the classroom like that? That within itself is totally inappropriate. So no, I'm not surprised that she up here doing this egregious dance with these kids if she come to school with a damn crop top on. That just don't even make no sense. And then she's doing all the belly rolls and you got your stomach showing. Do you turn around? You got your shirt up so your back is out now too. And you poking your little butt out, even though she a white woman, she ain't got much, but you poking your little butt out, turned around. Like, this is that's totally inappropriate. I even thought that with a couple weeks ago, it was a little girl who got into a fight with her teacher over her phone, and the teacher ain't have no damn underwear on, and I'm sitting there like, what in the world? And I think that teacher may have been 35 or older, if I'm not mistaken, but that teacher didn't even have no damn I'm like, how are you in a school with a dress on with no fucking underwear on? What in the? And I think in her response video, she's like, yeah, I don't even want to address it. I don't even think she addressed the fact that her dress, that she didn't have anything on her dress, that her ass was showing. But it's like, girl, somebody could have just walked past you too fast and your damn dress lifted up a little bit, or you might have bent down and forgot something of that nature, and somebody could have just seen you. But how, like, the way, and it's crazy. Matter of fact, and I'm about to go into I'm not going to go too far on it, but I did just remember when there was a whole thing on the internet about a teacher. It was like a teacher who went viral because she had on like some like kind of some like tight clothes. And I think she was like a third or like an elementary school teacher or a middle school teacher, one of the two. And it was like, would you remove your child out of this class if the teacher was dressed like this? Or do you think this is appropriate? And there was a whole debate online about this. And I think even at the time, I don't think I made a video or nothing about it, but at the time, I even felt like, nah, you still, like, that's not appropriate. I know when I was growing up again, And I'm not too far from this generation. I'm at the end of millennials, or like, what am I, I'm 96, so I think that's the end of millennials. I think it's like the last year millennials going into Gen Z or something like that. But like, my teachers didn't dress like that, bro. Like, my teachers dressed like regular old ass women. Okay, let's say that. But they wore slacks, they wore blouses, they wore long skirts that go to their knees. They wore, blazers. They wore long sundresses that didn't grip to their damn skin, where their ass was jiggling and all types of stuff was moving in the dress, and boys was looking. I'm talking about they might have wore a nice dress, even if it fit a little bit, but a long cardigan to go over top of it to wear around school. Like, I'm talking about these, like, the teachers generally growing up when I was growing. I cannot think of not one that was totally inappropriately dressed. Even some of the younger ones who may have wore jeans and stuff like that, it was still appropriate. Very much appropriate for the time that we were in. I mean, for the age groups that we were in. But for y'all to walk around with damn crop tops on, you talking about damn what are they called? What are those dresses called? Those tight knit dresses. I forgot what they're called. But like these bodycon dresses, and it's like some of these teachers look like they going to a club or going to a lounge. But you look like you gonna go smoke hookah, not going to go teach. Like, what is going on right now? Okay, so again, there's the level of respect, the level of authority that these teachers have over these children. It's just not the same. It's not the same. So something like this, sadly, it does not surprise me. This is why you got to vet these teachers. I don't give a damn what grade your child is in. Vet these teachers. All right, vet these damn teachers, okay? And ask your children about them when they get home, because I understand having 1 or 2 conversations with them before school starts, they can make things seem a little bit differently than what they do. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you're asking your child questions. Hey, your teacher made TikToks today in school. Okay, what was the TikToks about? What did they consist of? What did your teacher do? Oh, you did dance TikToks. What did it look like? Can you show me what it looked like? Can you show me the page? Things of that effect. What did your teacher have on? What did she talk about? Did y'all talk about anything outside of classwork today in class? What did you guys talk about? What did your teacher say about it? Really try to investigate these teachers as well as you can, because these teachers, the program, you got to understand, they with your kids 6-7 hours out the day. That's a long time to be with one person. And you're talking about for 5 days out of the week. That means they getting a lot of time with your kids, man. That's a lot of damn time to get with your kids. And if you at work, or if you don't get off until late, or if when they get home, they got to do homework, and then you got to cook, and then they might be spending more active time with your children than you are. That's a lot of influence they may have over your child. So you have to be careful with these damn children. With these teachers, especially with these new liberal teachers that got all this LGBT, propaganda, feminist propaganda. They want to push them to the children because they think it's a new way of thinking. It's a better way of thinking. We have to move on with the times, and we need to teach the children to be better than us. And they think that that's their version of being better than us. And they want to push that onto the children, whether that's subconsciously or passively or even directly. You have to be careful. All right. You got to be careful, because this right here looks predatory to me. I'm sorry. You up there shaking your behind in front of a bunch of damn adolescents, a bunch of damn teen boys at that, baby. It's giving predator. I'm not gonna hold you, because if this was a man who's up there doing a damn Genuine or the Chris Brown little body roll and on the floor, or even standing up and doing it, baby, they would be trying to R. Kelly that man all up and down these streets. So what are we talking about? He might have got fired and had some charges being trying to be pressed on him, to be real, just for looking that creepy in front of a bunch of girls. So we got to protect the children, man, on both sides, men, little boys, and young men and young women. Okay. Because this is totally inappropriate, man. And again, this is it's sadly not surprising, man, in this day and age. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Have you experienced anything similar to this with the teachers in your class, with the teachers in your child's classroom? Have you noticed the shift in respect and likability between the older generation of teachers and this new generation? Okay. And do you think it's appropriate for teachers to even be doing TikToks at all inside the classroom? Should they even be bringing social media to the classroom, period? Because I don't think so. I think a lot of these teachers, let me add on to that, I think a lot of these teachers are exploiting some of these children, okay, for clout and for money, okay, to come up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids, if she had a bunch of followers on TikTok, you think she getting brand deals and stuff, you think these kids is getting some of that money? She might buy them some new crayons or something, or buy them a new little, something like. But who's really coming up off of this social media the person that owns the account. And I guarantee you she's not paying them none of them damn kids, okay, to be in her TikTok videos and to help her go viral and stuff like that, because the children be the main reason why these teachers go viral, not because the teachers are just so funny or so much of great dancers or so much whatever the case may be. It's usually the children that help them go viral. So yeah, I don't even think that's appropriate. If you gonna have a social media as a teacher, then keep that shit outside the classroom. Do you, whatever your beliefs is, whatever you want to do, dances you want to do, keep that from outside of the classroom. Don't bring my children into it, okay? I ain't got no kids, but don't bring my damn, okay? Don't bring children into it, period. All right. Again, let me know what your thoughts in the comments below. Other than that, baby, that's all I got. All right, y'all.